5 kilowatt again.
Lights, camera, action, mind you. Hello. It's yours truly again. And today, we have another presentation to make. This presentation is going to be a cassette tape recorder. Now, in the following presentation, we will be showing the functions of recording and playing back of both voice and music at the speeds of 15/16 inches per second, the standard cassette tape speed, and half speed, the 15/16 inches. I'm an idiot. The first speed standard we will show is 1 7/8. Then half speed is 15/16 inches per second. Without further ado, let's get on with this presentation.
You cannot see anything. The speaker vents are completely unnoticeable.
This is the Legenda M-404 cassette tape recorder. This recorder is from the year I was born. This is a very special cassette tape recorder from 1991. If you haven't already guessed it, this is a Soviet-Russian cassette tape recorder. This machine, when first acquired, did manage to run, but the previous owner had replaced the belt, or probably lack thereof, or loose belt, with a rubber band. I have since put a good size replacement belt in the machine. Although the amplifier worked, it was very weak and still is not very strong, and I had to replace quite a few leaky electrolytic capacitors. Even with those capacitors replaced, still for some reason the playback strength is very weak. I'm hoping it's not, but I'm afraid that it may have been designed that way, because I replaced all the capacitor, well, all the bad caps, and it seems all the caps now in it are just fine. There's also several trim pots. I adjusted a trim pot that I found that adjusted recording strength and made it at max. And although it records at a good level when looked at a machine with a proper VU meter calibration, it still doesn't play back very loud. But nonetheless, the sound quality is good. Let's do some recordings with a built-in mic. If you push record down by itself, it will turn on the amplifier, but not engage the transport. Then you press play and recording begins. We are now recording on the Legenda M-404, and now let's put it back, do the external mic. If we flip the switch over to the left, where it says a word in Russian, you can actually monitor while recording. But when you're using the built-in microphone, it does not allow monitoring and just disables the mic. This monitoring feature is useful, especially when recording through the line level input. Recording begins. We are now recording on the Legenda M-404 cassette tape recorder from 1991. A Soviet-Russian machine from the very end of whenever they were Soviets, and this became Russians when the communism fell. Let's see how this sounds speaking at a decent distance, about arm's length. Now we're going to speak up to the condenser microphone and see how it sounds, then we'll be trying an external mic. These are all done at 1 7/8. I got a Russian microphone here.
I'm now recording with an external microphone on the Legenda M-404. It does use DIN jacks for the mic and so forth. Recording at 1 7/8 inches per second. And we'll see how it sounds. And then now let's go ahead and switch the speed to 15/16. We are now running the cassette at half the standard recording speed, the speed of 15/16 inches per second. This will make any cassette be able to record for double its marked recording time. But of course the sound quality is not as good at 15/16, as the highest frequency that can be recorded is basically cut in half. Let's see how it sounds at 15/16. So we're going to do with the internal microphone now. We're now using the internal microphone, running the machine at 15/16 inches per second. Now speaking up to the internal microphone at 15/16 inches per second. And now let's put it back to the external mic. If we flip the switch over to the left, where it says a word in Russian, you can actually monitor while recording. But when they're using the built-in microphone, it does not allow monitoring and just disables the mic. This monitoring feature is useful, especially when recording through the line level input. We're now going back to just no monitor. Now let's see how this is. Okay, and of course we'll be showing music recording quality. Now we're going to be showing music recording quality in two different ways. Now first of all, I want to say the volume is all the way up during the playbacks, and even then it's not really very loud. So we're going to be trying, I recorded live performances using this machine just recently. Live performances. I also of course recorded, or can also record direct pre-recorded music of course. So anyway, well, let's see how this machine plays back its recording of live performances. I did both speeds too. Anyway, that was a 1 7/8 recording of live classical performances, and now we're going to be showing 15/16 recording of live performances. And now, and of course notice, it's played so quietly I put the microphone literally up to the speaker. Now we're going to be doing, showing some music recording direct from the computer. Hope you enjoy it. Now let's show how to record music off the computer, of course via YouTube. Strange World by Biogroup from Bioconstructor, or X from Bioconstructor. This is actually playing a little louder than I expected, so that's good.
На этой земле есть проблемы, и каждый вопрос имеет тему, и каждый наш день приносит мысли, что в видимом мире мало смысла. Странный мир, это странный мир, странный мир, странный мир, странный мир, это странный мир, странный мир. Жизнь повсюду, и каждая жизнь — это странное чудо. Зачем умирать, когда есть небо? Но этот вопрос всегда без ответа. Странный мир, это странный мир, странный мир.
Anyway, hope you enjoyed it.
Странный мир, это странный мир, странный мир, странный мир, странный мир, это странный мир, странный мир.
Turn that off before it overheats. Well, viewers, I hope you enjoyed the presentation of this Russian machine, the Legenda M-404, from the year I was born, 1991. In a future venture, I will see you. Goodbye, viewers. Live long and prosper.